So this session is about continue and break statements inside the loops. So these two statements are called the controlling statements of loops, because as we know there are loops like while, until and for. Using these continue and break statements we can change their normal flow. So first we'll know about the continue statements. So the continue statements causes the current iteration of the loop to exit and not the entire loop. What that means? In a loop, when we encounter a continue statement, the loop will jump to the next iteration. It will not come out of it, but the program execution will jump to the next iteration. To see that in working, let us analyze this program. So I created a script called script.sh where we have an array of scores 1 to 9. There we want to print all the numbers using a for loop, but not the number 5. So what I did is, for n in the array scores, do if condition. We are checking if the number is 5. If the number is 5, we continue. So the program execution will jump to again here, and the next number 6 will be picked up, and when it comes here this condition will be fail, and will print that number 6, and this will happen to the numbers which are coming before 5 and after 5. But for 5, this continue means we'll jump back to the next iteration in the for loop. Let's see that in action. So we've given an array of 1 to 9. We wanted to print everyone, but except 5. So 5 is skipped here because of that continue. So this is how the continue statement works in shell scripts. Now about the break statement. So break says enough of this loop, I just want to come out of this. So with the break statement, the is used to come out of the loop, and just the lines of code up to break statement will be executed, and then the next statement after the loop will be executed if there are any. So to understand break, we'll create a small game. So this is an interesting game where we let the computer randomly think of a number, and then user has to decide what is that number in 5 attempts. So I'm going to use a environment variable called random, which gives us a random number, and to that number we'll do a modulus 20 so that the reminders will always be 0 to 19. I'm adding a number 1 to that. We'll see to that when we come to that script. Let's start getting that vi m.sh. So first we'll greet the user saying enter your name, and we'll take the user's name into the variable name. Then we'll initialize the counter for the guesses to 0. Now we'll have a number calculated from here. So what this expression does is, in the random variable the modulus 20 is done so that a number between 0 to 19 will come, and to that we will add 1 so that this number gets a random number between 1 to 20. Instead of random, we can use some other ways also. Suppose you may use the date command and take the number of seconds and then do a modulus of 20 with that. So again, same logic will be there, and there will be a number between 1 to 20. Let's move further. Hi, can you guess the number I thought? And then in a while loop, until the number of gases is less than 5, we'll keep on giving chances to user to guess it. And then we take the gas into a variable called gas, and since the user has given his gas, we'll increment the counter now. Using if, we will check whether the gas is right or not. If the gas is less than the number, we will give a message too less, too small I, or no, too less is okay. So the user will know that he has to guess a bigger number. Then if the number guessed is larger, then we'll say too higher. And if both the conditions are not met, that means the user has got the correct number. In that case, we just we'll break off this while loop. So I'm closing the if block by fi and then done to close the while loop. Now we have come out of the while loop. Here we will check if the gas is equal to the number what computer has thought of, or the random number which we got. In that case, we'll say good job, you guessed in dollar count underscore sys attempt, else echo, sorry, because there is you got only 5 attempts, and then we have to tell the user what was the number he failed to guess. I will close the if statement here. I think that should be all. So let us first analyze the script once. Here I am first asking the user for his name, then initializing the counter, and then we are getting the random number here. And in the while loop, we are taking the guess number and then incrementing the counter. And using if, we are checking if the number is too less or too high. And if it is, if the user has guessed the correct number, we break out of this while loop and check the number is matching, and we will display the winning message. Why we are checking it again here? Because after the 5 iterations, again the loop will end, and that time gas will not be equal to number, and that time we have to display the sorry message. That's why we are checking it again here. That's it. So let us run this. I'll put a number, name. Okay, take a guess between 1 to 20. I'll take an average number 10. It says 2 higher, that means a smaller number than 10. Still higher, that means smaller number than 5. 2 higher, that means maybe 2. Still, that means the number is 1. Let me try once again. Okay, it's saying higher, so we have to guess a smaller number. Still higher, so I'll guess a smaller number. So it is 3. So this time we guessed it in 4 attempts. So this is how we make use of break and created a small game like this. But the main idea was to understand how the break works inside any loop. Thanks folks.